The music world stopped. It was as if time itself had frozen, leaving fans and industry insiders alike in a state of shock and disbelief. Sean Diddy Combs, the name synonymous with success, power, and lavish living, was now linked to something sinister. The man who had once been the epitome of the American dream was now at the center of a nightmare. Sex trafficking. The allegations were shocking. They were not just whispers in the dark but loud accusations that demanded attention. The details even more so. Each revelation seemed more unbelievable than the last, painting a picture of a world hidden behind the glitz and glamour. The man who built an empire on charisma and chart-topping hits was now facing accusations that struck at the very heart of his carefully crafted image. Whispers turned into headlines. Fans grappled with disbelief. The shockwaves were felt far and wide, from the streets of New York to the hills of Hollywood. How could the man behind Bad Boy Records, the man who preached love and success, be capable of such darkness? The questions were endless and the answers were elusive. The arrest sent shockwaves through the industry, leaving many questioning everything they thought they knew about the hip-hop icon. Social media erupted. Tweets, posts, and comments flooded the internet, each one adding to the growing storm of controversy. News outlets scrambled for information. Reporters camped outside courthouses, eager for any scrap of news that could shed light on the unfolding drama. The court of public opinion was in session, and the jury was far from swayed in Diddy's favor. Debates raged on talk shows and social media platforms, with everyone from fans to legal experts weighing in. This wasn't just another celebrity scandal. This was a reckoning. A moment that forced the industry to look in the mirror and confront its own dark underbelly. The allegations painted a disturbing picture. They were not just about one man but about a system that allowed such horrors to exist. Young women, lured by the promise of fame and fortune, allegedly trapped in a web of exploitation. The stories were not just about broken dreams, but about lives shattered by betrayal and abuse. The stories were harrowing, detailed, and numerous. Each testimony added another layer to the already complex and disturbing narrative. The accusations weren't whispers anymore. They were loud, insistent, and impossible to ignore. Protests erupted, demanding justice and accountability. They were shouts, echoing through the halls of the music industry and beyond. The impact was seismic, shaking the very foundations of an industry that had long been seen as untouchable. The world watched, waiting to see what would happen next, knowing that nothing would ever be the same again. Diddy's parties were legendary, extravagant affairs that attracted the who's who of Hollywood music and beyond. But behind the glitz and glamour, a darker narrative was emerging. The very events that once symbolized Diddy's success were now being scrutinized, held under a harsh light. Stories surfaced, tales of nights that went too far, of boundaries crossed and lines blurred. What was once dismissed as rumor or gossip now held a chilling weight. The whispers from the past were growing louder, painting a picture of an environment where anything went, consequences be damned. Witnesses came forward, their accounts both shocking and disturbingly consistent. A pattern emerged, one of manipulation, coercion, and a blatant disregard for consent. The parties, once a testament to Diddy's power, were now a symbol of something far more sinister. The allegations weren't limited to Diddy himself. Whispers circulated of a network, a system of enablers who turned a blind eye to the alleged horrors unfolding around them. The accusations painted a picture of a culture of silence, where protecting the empire was more important than protecting the vulnerable. The music industry watched, stunned, as the allegations against Diddy mounted. The once celebrated mogul, known for his influence and collaborations, found himself at the center of a storm that no one saw coming. Collaborators, once eager to be associated with the hip-hop mogul, now distanced themselves, their silence speaking volumes. The whispers in the corridors of power grew louder, and the once unbreakable bonds of the music world began to fray. Joe Jonas, performing to a packed stadium in Paris, made a subtle yet significant change to his hit song "Cake by the Ocean." The crowd, unaware of the behind-the-scenes turmoil, cheered on, but the industry insiders knew what this change signified. The line "I'll be Diddy, you'll be Naomi," once a playful nod to Diddy's relationship with Naomi Campbell, was gone, replaced with a lyric that distanced Jonas from the embattled rapper. This alteration was more than just a lyrical tweak. It was a statement, a clear indication of where Jonas stood. Kesha, known for her hit song "TikTok," followed suit. Her music, which once celebrated the carefree and wild side of life, now took on a more reflective tone. The industry watched as she made her stance clear. The lyrics, once a celebration of carefree partying, now felt tone-deaf in the face of the accusations against Diddy. Fans, too, began to notice the shift, their reactions a mix of surprise and understanding. Keisha's decision to permanently remove the reference was a clear message. She wanted no part in the unfolding scandal. Her interviews became more somber, her words carefully chosen to reflect her new stance. These acts, seemingly small in the grand scheme of the allegations, spoke volumes. They were not just about distancing from Diddy, but about taking a stand against the culture that allowed such behavior to go unchecked for so long. They were symbolic of a larger shift in the industry, a growing awareness that associating with Diddy could come at a steep cost. The conversations in boardrooms and studios were no longer just about music, but about ethics and responsibility. The man who built his career on collaboration was now facing a very different kind of chorus, one of condemnation and separation. The headlines screamed of betrayal and scandal, and the once unshakable empire of Diddy seemed to be crumbling. As the industry grapples with the fallout, the legacy of Diddy's collaborations hangs in the balance. Artists who once proudly stood by his side now reflect on their choices, and the music world watches, waiting to see what the future holds. The void left by Diddy's absence is palpable, a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in the world of music. The industry moves on, but the echoes of this scandal will linger for years to come. For the artists, the decision to distance themselves is not just about self-preservation, but about making a statement. They are choosing to stand on the right side of history, even if it means rewriting their own narratives. As the lights dim on this chapter of the music industry, one thing is clear: the power of association is stronger than ever, and the choices artists make today will shape the future of music for generations to come. Section 4. Echoes of Warning. Washington's encounter with Diddy resurfaces. As the investigation into Diddy deepened, a story from the past resurfaced, casting a shadow over the rapper's carefully crafted image. This story, buried for years, now emerged with a renewed sense of urgency, bringing with it questions and speculations that had long been forgotten. Denzel Washington, a man known for his integrity and moral compass, had a history with Diddy, one that now seemed eerily prescient. Washington, a figure of respect and admiration in Hollywood, had always been vocal about his values, and this encounter with Diddy was no exception. The year was 2003. It was a time when the music industry was booming and Diddy was at the height of his fame, throwing lavish parties that were the talk of the town, the setting, one of Diddy's infamous parties. These gatherings were known for their opulence and extravagance, attracting celebrities and high-profile individuals from all walks of life. Witnesses recalled a heated exchange between Washington and Diddy, the tension palpable. The argument, though brief, left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it, hinting at deeper issues beneath the surface. Washington, visibly uncomfortable with the atmosphere, allegedly accused Diddy of disrespect before abruptly leaving with his wife. This sudden departure was seen by many as a bold statement, a refusal to condone the behavior he witnessed. The incident, once dismissed as a clash of personalities, now took on a new significance. It was no longer just a moment of tension at a party, but a potential warning sign of the controversies that would later surround Diddy. Sources close to Washington revealed that the actor had long harbored concerns about Diddy's lifestyle, particularly the nature of his parties. These concerns were not just about the extravagance but about the moral implications and the potential dangers lurking within. 30 minutes before the devil arrived, Washington would allegedly advise a chilling premonition of the darkness that would eventually engulf the hip-hop mogul. This phrase, cryptic and foreboding, suggested that Washington saw something many others did not. The resurfacing of this story added another layer of complexity to the allegations against Diddy. It painted a picture of a man whose actions had long been under scrutiny, even if only whispered about in the shadows. It suggested that the warning signs were there all along, ignored or dismissed by those blinded by Diddy's wealth and influence. The allure of fame and fortune often overshadowed the more troubling aspects of his persona. Washington's encounter, once a footnote in Diddy's history, was now a stark reminder that the whispers had been there all along. It served as a testament to Washington's foresight and the often overlooked warnings that can precede a fall from grace. Section 5. The Walls Close In. Legal Battles and Mounting Accusations. The legal machinery, once set in motion, was relentless. Diddy, facing charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, found himself navigating a legal battlefield. The accusations were staggering, over 100 claims of sexual assault painting a picture of systematic abuse. Despite pleading not guilty, Diddy remained behind bars, his bail denied twice. The severity of the charges, coupled with the sheer volume of accusations, made it clear this was not a battle Diddy could buy his way out of. His legal team, a formidable force known for their aggressive tactics, maintained their client's innocence. They argued that the prosecution was racially motivated, a desperate attempt to bring down a black icon. But the evidence, it seemed, was mounting. As the legal battle raged on, the court of public opinion was far less forgiving. Social media became a breeding ground for debate, with some fiercely defending Diddy, while others condemned his alleged actions. The case had become a cultural lightning rod, sparking conversations about power, race, and the dark side of the entertainment industry.